let's make some recap from everything we have been seeing so far. Okay. This first topic, this first chapter, we are going to deal about sequences. And from we have seen what a sequence is. Okay, you can just follow on the page in here, right? It's going to be easier if you have to locate those files later. Well, we have tested some sequences. This is a general term of a sequence, how to build. Okay, the an term, it is 1 over n. Like for instance, a10, a sub 10, it is 1/10. a9, it is 1/90th, and so on. Then we know there is a general term for each sequence, but not always it is easy to find them. We're trying to find the general term for this sequence in here, but sometimes we think that it doesn't even exist, that general term, just because we just can't get it, what is behind that sequence. Of course, sometimes we just can't find it, there isn't a general term, but sometimes there is. And there are some tricks so we can find this general term. Then we have seen some general terms, okay? Sometimes we can sequence can be described as two general terms. Of course, we don't have to have just one general term. No one said that. We can have several. Maybe for the 10, let's build a rule like this. Maybe for the first 10 elements of the sequence, we are going to follow a rule. Maybe for the next 10 terms, we're going to follow another rule. It depends. Or maybe in here, for odd terms, we're going to follow this rule. For the even terms, we're going to follow this rule. There is also another thing that we have to be cautious is, let's see for which values of n we can use this general formula. In this case, we can use from the first term on, but sometimes it goes for the second and third term onwards. So just be cautious about where and how can we use this general formula. And we have made some exercises about it. Okay, in this case, a1 it is 3, and from the second term onwards we can just follow this rule. Just follow this number, okay? If you have to go to a specific video, this is the page you should go, right? And we have made more exercise, like given this general term, calculate the sum of the first 3 terms. We have to calculate term by term and just add them. No problem so far. Okay. Then we start to see that we can sum up all those terms, 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10, and in this case we're going to use the summation, and then we saw summation going from the first term to the 6th one, and this is a general term for this sequence. And I'm not going to go into details here. If you have doubts, questions about it, just go to this page and you're going to see. But this is the summation of this sequence. Okay, in this case we're going to sum the first 6 elements of this sequence, and we have also seen that we can make the product of that sequence. In this case we would multiply 2 by 4 by 6 by 8, okay, and get the summation. And in this case, when you are interested about the product of the sequence, you are going to write product as pi, okay, the product from j equals 1 up to the 4th term, and this is going to be the general term of the sequence. Then we have made some exercises, okay, remember this is a summation, and we have also seen how we can group those numbers, because the point is not to make exercises just using calculator, because most of times we don't have a calculator with us. Sometimes we have our cell phones, okay, but sometimes we might have the cell phones, but we are not authorized to use, okay, and sometimes we don't even have anything around us. So it's always good to try to do things mentally. In this case, we are just adding, okay, the extremities. This is 30, 30. Everybody's going to sum 30. 28 with 2, 30. 27 with 3, 30. 26 with 430, and then we just make the arrangement, and we just calculated that the sum, it is 465 without the calculator, and we just use it less than 1 minute or 1.5 minutes, not more than this, and it was all did mentally. So we just check it, okay, how to add those numbers together. More exercise about summation in here. More exercises, okay, and then finally we reached. Let's study now a specific kind of progression, a specific kind of sequence. We're going to study now arithmetic progression. Later we're going to see geometric progression. I'm not sure we're going to study harmonic progression, but the first one we're going to study, okay, after this quick recap, it is going to be arithmetic progression. But I just mentioned each one of those so we can just understand. And arithmetic progression, the most important thing is this: we are going to build a linear function. Okay, it is going to be a line when you just add all those terms. On the x-axis, we are going to make the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth term. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on the y-axis, we are going to name their values. The first term is 1, so we just this should be 1. So this should be 5, this should be 9, this should be 13, this should be in here 17, and this should be 21. Okay, and in the end, if we just plot them, we're going to get a line, and more important, the tangent of this function, it is going to be the constant we are just adding or subtracting. And we have seen lately that from an AP sequence, that sequence can be increasing, like this, 5, 10, 15, 20. It could be decreasing to 5, 2, minus 1, minus 4, minus 7. It could be constant, very easy one. We have made some exercises about it. And now we are going to see how to get the general term of this arithmetic progression. This was just a quick recap, and please, if you just wanted to follow the video, just follow this page in here, okay? Each video, it is going to be written in a way that the last part of the video description, I'm going to put the pages we are seeing in here. So for example, if you want a page 7, just looking at the index, okay, you can see which video is going to cover that page. Now let's just start. I'm going to end this video right now, and the next one we're going to start over from how to get the general term of this arithmetic progression. See you in the next video.